We have dealt with our challenge now, so we would have to get started. So good evening. Let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Israel Unya, and I am the head of the digital media and strategy here at Adverts, and I will be your anchor. Okay, so this evening we're going to be looking at two features which we added on Adverts for publishers and of course for advertisers too, because it's a symbiotic relationship. So we'll be looking at sticky ads and video ads. These two features have been added to the network and would like to show publishers today. How they can integrate these two features and of course increase their earnings. So let's get started without further ado. We've already lost some time due to our technical challenge, but it's all good. Okay, so I'm going to be using we've set up a blog just for the purpose of this training. Okay, so basically you should have signed up as a publisher, so you can have access to your ad code. So we are assuming that you have already gone through that process of signing up as a publisher. Okay, so and you already submitted your site for approval. So once you have all these sorted out, you've submitted your site for approval and you've already generated your ad code, then you're good to go. So let's take it that these assumptions, these things have been sorted out. Okay, so let's let me go to my account. Basically, so this is an ad code which we have lots of. If you don't know how to generate an ad code, we have, if you click on the right here, it would show you how to do that. Okay, so we have, from our knowledge base, you can learn how to create ad codes and do other things too. So, but that's not the focus of this session. The focus of this session is to get us to use the features which we have integrated. Okay, so I'll just get straight to that. So, okay, let me just, for those who may not know how I got here, this is my publisher account. Okay, so a sample publisher account. This is usually what you would see. So you would go to ad codes, click on manage ad codes. That's assuming you've already created ad codes and you already have ads running on your site. So if you have that already working for you, just follow this process. Click on ad codes, click on manage ad codes, and we would see a list of ad codes that have been created from this account. So I would just for the purpose of this training, click on this. Let me edit it. So before, previously, this option was not there. You can see this option, sticky ad code. It was not there. Okay, so but we've added that. What that allows you to do is to make your ads sticky on the pages they display on. So by default, this comes as no. Okay, but once you click on yes, it brings out the options for you. So it brings out extra options. Okay, so this sticky close button outside the frame is for this button. Do you want it outside the frame or do you want it inside the frame? You click on no. The close button comes inside the frame. So that's what this option is for. Okay. So, but I usually like it outside. Then, if you want an option, if the sticky position, if you want it to, you can decide where you want this banner to always be at. So, you want at the top left. If I click on top left, you would see it would now, you can even see it's displaying on my page. It's now at the top left, top center, that's where it would be, top right will be there. So this is just showing you a preview of where it will be on your page. So, but of course, for a banner size of this, a banner of this size, this is a 320 by 100. We recommend that you have them. If your site, of course, most sites have traffic from mobile. Okay, you can decide to have them display at the base. So I would use bottom center. Okay, so bottom center. So once that is done, I just need to update the ad code. Okay, so let's see a sample of what it looks like. Let's do a preview of what it looks like. Give me a second. Let me show you what this looks like. There's a software that we use to preview different sizes. So you can see this. This is called this app is called Responsively. So it shows me how my website looks like, every element on that page. So this is a page where I integrated my ad code, and you can see it's at the bottom. Okay, it's currently at the bottom and it's going to be fixed. So even if you scroll up or scroll down, it's going to be fixed at the bottom. You can see different sizes too. No matter the size, is going to be at the bottom. So let's say we changed this to what do you call it, to a different position. So let's say we choose top center. Okay, I'll choose top center and update the ad code. So we can see it here at the top. It's at the top. I think I just closed that, but no problem. So I'll go back to Responsively and just refresh that page to see the new changes. Okay, so you see it's now at the top. So if you want it to be persistently at the top, that is the option to go for. So you can see it's just loading, and it is where we want it to be. So that's that basically for sticky ads. Okay, you know, the idea is to have these ads display, be very, very visible. Okay, we see lots of publishers who have their ads displayed in places where the eyes will not even get to it. So you need to understand that most of the traffic on most websites will come from mobile. And since that is a fact, we want our the ads to be very, very visible, because if people can see the ads, then of course they can decide to, if they're interested in it, they can take action. Okay, they can decide to take action. Okay, but when you have these ads not in visible places, then you will not have lots of click-throughs and of course no earnings for you. So your earnings will be quite slow. So we added this feature to enable publishers, increase their earnings, because if you have this at the top, or if you decide to leave it at the bottom persistently, then it increases your chances, it increases your click-through rate. Okay, so that's that. So what you need to do is go to your old ad codes and you will see that option. Just click on the sticky option. Click on the sticky option and you're good to go. So this is just the new addition, sticky ad code. Turn that to yes. If it's already no, turn it to yes. Then choose where you want it to be, whether it's top center, whether it's bottom center. We recommend the bottom center. Okay, so it's quite visible, so it does not obstruct the content people have come to read. But whatever works for you, just flow with it. Okay, but the option is there. If you decide to make it top left, it is up to you. But of course, the recommended positions are either top or bottom center. Okay, make it centered. So that's that for sticky ad code. Okay, so the next on our list is video ads. That's a new addition we made. So I'm going to have to create a new ad code. I think I've not done that. So I'm going to create a new ad code and integrate on that same page. Okay, so I'm going to click on create. Okay. Then I get to choose ph.ng adverts. That's a site I am using for my demo that actually publishes Hangouts PH. Okay, so I call this video ad. I'm going to use a ratio 4:3. So let me just leave that there so that I am clear on what I want to do. Then the ad code type should be CPV because video is billed based on cost per view, which means CPV. Okay, so that's the option to choose if you want to use video ads. Okay, so leave it as CPV, then choose the HTML5 player option. If a vast player is for if you have videos on your site and you want adverts, video adverts from NG Adverts to get displayed in those videos. So you must have there are custom video plugins you can use if you use WordPress. The custom video plugins. I think we'll have to treat that in a different session. Okay, vast player, because we're also running some final tests about vast players, because we know that if you get to integrate video on your site, it helps your SEO. People can spend longer time on your site watching videos. They spend more time on the page, and it affects your rankings and all that. Okay, so we are looking at that option too. So that's what vast player is for. But for the purpose of this, we're going to choose HTML player. Okay, and select the 320 by 240. These are smaller sized videos. Okay, so it can fit in mobile, it can fit in tablets, it can fit in bigger screens. Okay, so let's go for this option. Then you can see the option here again, sticky ad code. Do we want it to be sticky? Well, at this point, I wouldn't want it sticky, except if I am sure that I want it to only display on desktop devices. Okay, but if you don't have control over where that is going to get displayed, then just don't use the sticky option for videos, because they will take pretty much a good size of space, and that might not be good user experience for your visitors. Okay, so for this, let's leave it at no sticky ad code. Okay, then click on create ad code. Okay, so my ad code is here. So I'm going to copy that. Then I'm going to go to my blog. Okay, so this is where I get to insert the ads I want on my blog. So I already have this. This is the 320 by 100. So I'll just go to a different tab and paste my ad code. Then get to say where I want it to get displayed. If you're wondering what plugin this plugin is called Ad Inserter. It's a WordPress plugin. Okay, and if you don't have your site run on WordPress, then you need to reconsider, because you're missing out on a lot of flexibility. Okay, so let me just leave that at that point. Okay, so let me set this. So I want my videos to get displayed in posts. Okay, of course you can see if you want it to be displayed in the home page or static pages, but for what I want it for is posts. Okay, then I get to choose where I want it to get displayed. So I can decide to say after every 5 paragraphs, or I can decide to say after after content. Okay, so it will be at the end of the content. So when people finish reading my content, they should get to see, that video and probably watch it. Of course, we know these are ads. Okay, then I want the alignment should be centered. So leave it at the center so it looks nice. Once you have that done, click on Save Settings. Okay, so let's go do a preview. This is a preview. This is my page. I'll just refresh it. Okay, so it's loading. We can see where this is now at the top. Okay, well, it's not looking so bad there, but I think the bottom will be better. Now, this is the ad, the video ad. Okay, so your videos will get to display, and you can see it's just showing at the bottom of the content on this page. Okay, so which is perfect. You can also have it display in the middle. You get to decide, but the bottom line is that when you integrate video into your content, it has lots of benefits when it comes to SEO. So this is a good addition to your advertising. When you plan your advertising, the way you earn from your advertising. So integrate video ads and increase is good for your SEO. Is also good for your earnings. Of course, the costs on CPV costs way much more than normal banners and the rest of them. So that's something to consider. Okay, so once you have this here, then you're good to go. So, but let's play around with our sticky option. Okay, so we can see that video is at the end of that content. So I'm going to choose sticky ad code, make it yes. So if I want this video to display on the bottom right, okay, so that it's sticky. Okay, so you cannot miss it. So, but this will be perfect for those who are using, who are viewing this from a desktop. Okay, so you always need to consider your devices, where your ads are displaying, on what devices, how does it look on mobile, on tablet, on desktop. So I'm going to be going with this option if I only want this video to display on the right hand side, the bottom right, on only desktop devices, because on mobiles that might not be nice, it might not look nice, but we'll get to check anyway. So let me update ad code and go refresh my page. Okay, so I'm going to refresh my content page and see where it shows up. Oh, there it is. And you can see it is sticky, so people can get to read their content and still, you get to keep that video in view. You get to keep the video ads in view, so that's nice. So, but like I said, that position will be perfect if you only want it to display on desktop. So with this ad inserter, I can decide to do that. Okay, so I can decide to say, devices. I'll click on devices, and I would say I want it to show only on desktop. Okay, so only on desktop. Use client-side detection. Only on desktop. So it means that the video will not get to show on mobiles and tablets. Okay. So that's that basically. You can play around with Ad Inserter. Ad Inserter is a very good plugin that gives you great flexibility to insert ads and whatever you want in content pages. So I recommend that you download it and use to integrate your ads. That's if your template is not that flexible. You can download Ad Inserter and insert ads wherever you want. Very, very flexible. Okay, so that's it basically. This session was not meant to be long. We apologize about the technical hitches we had. Okay, but we have overcome that. Okay, so if you've got questions, let me see if we've got questions so I can take them now. So if you've got questions, just ask in the NG Adverts Publishers group on USocial. Okay. So I will just hold on a bit and see if we have any questions come in. Okay. Even if you don't ask now, you can ask whenever you have any question. Okay. So these are the new additions: sticky ads and video ads. Okay, we have a whole lot more coming up, which are targeted to help you increase your earnings. So we'll keep working towards more options. Okay. So just before I forget, I get to see, of course, we have raw data. We see what happens from the back end, and we wonder why some publishers do not take advantage of some of the features we have. For instance, we have the referral program. A referral program allows you to invite, whether it's an advertiser or a publisher, and you earn from the activity. For advertisers, once they fund the accounts, you get to earn once they run their ads. Then for publishers, you get to earn from their traffic. I know there are a couple of publishers we have who don't necessarily, of course, their traffic is not great, but then what they make, their earnings are crazy because they are massively using the referral option. Okay, so they have lots of other people who have way more traffic more than they do, and they are counting on that. So they are tapping from that. Okay, so you see that what they earn from their blog personally is not might not fetch them something in a month, but what they get from referral earnings is much, and they get to withdraw every month. Okay, so I encourage everyone to take advantage of all the features we have, the referral system, the different ad types we have. Okay, integrate native ads into your content. Play around with the different sizes we have, and of course, always keep in mind the where these ads are being displayed, because those affect your earnings. Okay, so if you go displaying an ad size that should be displayed on desktop, on mobile, it will affect your click-through rate. Okay, because people are not actually viewing those ads fully, so they're not getting the message, and it's not spurring them to take action. Okay, so you need to pay close attention to these things. Okay, so for instance, a 320 by 100 is best on mobile. Yes, it can also work on other devices because it's small, but for mobile it is great. A 300 by 250 is highly used. So there are some sizes you must integrate them if you're really serious about earning. And these are the sizes that advertisers get to target way more than any other one. For instance, you must have, if you're serious, you must have a 300 by 250. Advertisers go for that size first before any other size. Okay, so you get more ads on a 300 by 250 more than maybe a 336 by 280. Okay, or maybe a 300 by 600. So these are the things you need to know. So when you're not making so much from your blog or your site, it is because you're not paying attention to some of these details. Okay, so we'll have to wrap it up here. If you have questions, please ask in the USocial Publishers group, and I will do well to respond. So guys, thank you very much for joining us on today's session. Okay, so we look forward to having another one next Thursday, and we'll talk about something else. Okay, probably your SEO, but based on the questions you get to ask us, that will determine what we get to handle first. Okay, so thank you once again, and have a great evening.